Unreal Engine is an interesting piece of software. Everyone seems to have an opinion on it, but most people are coming from the perspective of the gamer. What does it feel like to make a game in Unreal? And more importantly, what does it look like when a complete idiot who understands nothing of Unreal and never even installed it before tries to make a game in it with zero information? What's going to be really fun about this is if you're experienced in Unreal, you're gonna watch someone limp through the very first steps of the engine. I haven't even downloaded it. Let's figure out our goals for today. Since I'm making a Resident Evil tutorial series, I'm going to make a classic PS1 style tank controls and the camera system that I created in that video. If I'm able to transfer this knowledge into Unreal Engine, that to me will be challenge complete. I'm a little nervous, but let's download the engine. Unreal Engine. Download. Right, it's probably gonna need the Epic Games launcher. I have that because unfortunately I do play Fortnite sometimes. I hope you can still respect me. Ooh, what's this? Holy sh... Alright, here we are. Install engine. One of my favorite things in life. Clicking download and immediately getting a contract to sign. Well, even better than that, a second contract to sign. 12 gigabytes. I have like pretty much every version of Godot I ever used saved to my computer because I can't. Like this entire folder with all the Godot versions I've ever used is 2 gigabytes. I guess I'll see you when this is done. It is now a new day because I fell asleep waiting for this to install. We are now waiting for Unreal Editor to open up. Introduction to Unreal Engine. Should I? Nah, let's just create a new project. Now we are waiting for the project to load. So that was about 45 minutes of waiting for the project to start up. But now we're in here. We're inside Unreal Engine. We can now explore this beautiful engine. So this, I think, is the third person demo project. We already have a character that can move around. And it's pretty fancy. On the ramp here, the feet like respond properly and all that. I think this is like 90% of the project. So immediately my PC is acting up. I don't know if you can hear it in the background. Unreal Engine is a challenge both for me and for my PC. So taking a look at the interface, it's pretty similar to what I use in Godot. We have the outliner here, so it's kind of like the scene tree in Godot. Whoa, we have folders in the scene? Well, every engine should have this, to be honest. And we have this details tab, which I'm assuming if I click somewhere, yep, it shows like the properties of the object. We have this thing that says content drawer. Okay, so it's pretty much the same setup I use in Godot in terms of layout. Well, first of all, I'm gonna need a fixed camera. So where's the camera? In this lighting, playground, player start. Okay, no camera. I don't like where this is going. So the player is not in the scene. We have this player start thing. If we take a look at the details, there's a player start instance and a capsule component that I can edit in C++. The player is not in the scene currently, like that's pretty obvious. Is he in the content drawer? Characters? Mannequins? No. Content. Oh, third person. There's a folder called third person. Blueprints. Oh, third person character. Okay. Character blueprint that contains movement logic. If I double click this, can I open it? Oh God. What am I looking at? My brain is hurting. Components. Follow camera. Represents a camera viewpoint and settings. Whoa. I see a bunch of tabs here. Move, aim, viewport. Here's the camera. Okay, so here's the thing. This camera is inside the third person character. And I'm not entirely sure what this whole thing is. Like, is this like I think this is like a contained scene, like a Godot scene, but not quite. Can I go to Unreal and see what these are called? Like... Can I put this tab in here? Why won't you let me put the tab here, right next to the other tab? So this is a blueprint class. Can I put it directly in the scene? Yeah, the crazy thing is I can. So it's a blueprint class, but it's also like a Godot scene where you have a bunch of Understanding the basics. Objects are the most basic class in Unreal Engine. In other words, they act like building blocks and contain a lot of the essential function. An actor is any object that can be placed into a level. Okay, so actor is node, actually. Actor is node. A component is a piece of functionality that can be added to an actor. So this is more like Unity, where the actor holds components. Pawn. All of a sudden it became chess. Possessing pawns. I love the terminology. Okay, so that was a lot. So a player character involves an actor, a pawn, a player controller, a player state, a game mode. Like it involves all these things. What do I do with all that information? Oh, I forgot I chose the version with all the different variations. Okay, so see how we have like a different type of character here? How do I spawn this character instead of the one that's being used by default? Do I have to go to the project settings, maps and modes? You're not gonna believe this, guys. I have to choose it here. It seems like I'm gonna have to create my own game mode and call it Tank Controls Game Mode, because now I can change this to combat, for example, and then I can press play. I don't think it worked. Level, third person, world settings, maybe. Game mode, override. Okay, so yeah, okay, so this level is overriding the game mode. Combat. Okay, so yeah, this is a pretty different type of game. I don't even know what kind of game this is. Oh, fuck. My best hope is to take a look at this, for example, and see how it's made. It seems like we need 3 types of assets. Can I just create a new folder? Okay. Why don't I call this variant tank controls? So I have the basic ones here that I can pretty likely copy. Duplicate is more like it. I can at least rename this. Tank controls character. Tank controls mode. What is this? This is a data only blueprint, so only the default values are shown. It does not have any script or variables. So I think I changed this to tank. So that leaves us with the tank character. I think this is where all the meat and potatoes are. Let me close these tabs. Let's focus on the overall event graph. A character with a controllable orbiting third-person camera. Not anymore. Orbiting camera inputs. Wait, are you telling me this is not the thing that has the objects in it? Window, components? It's the components tab, of course. Goodbye for the camera. If I have no camera, does the move script use a camera? Let's try to understand the move script. Move. What's this? Or this is the beginning of the function, probably, now that I think about it. And these are the things that we can pass to the function. I'm getting it. I'm translating from GDScript to blueprints in real time. Get control rotation is getting the rotation of the controller. Rotate the world right vector by the given rotation. And then we take this and we add a movement input. Right. Right, I see what's happening. Okay, now we have to figure out how this is actually being used by the event graph. So when we use the thumbstick, we return an X and Y, and we pass this to the move function. Okay, that's pretty straightforward, actually. When are we taking the camera into consideration here? What if I just use the tank controls mode now? Okay. We're looking at the world through the inside of the character. You know what could be really fun is before I even do anything with the camera, we we create the whole tank controls through here. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. So based on what I've gathered, on all the information I've gathered, the left and right part of this function, we just need to basically change this. So maybe I just need to replace this with something else. Rotate. One moment. Oh, by the way, one quick thing. If you are a programmer and you are looking for projects to put in your portfolio or to learn better, guided challenges with help, I mean, Codecrafters is a great platform that provides programming challenges that look good in a resume, in a portfolio. So if you're looking to get better at coding, Codecrafters is what I recommend. And most developers can get their Codecrafters fees fully reimbursed through their corporate L&D budget. So you can save money there. You will find an affiliate link in the pinned comment or the description if you want to support this channel. So thank you very much. Let's continue. Add movement. Oh, so it's input. Oh, so oh, wait, so it's pawn. Okay, what else can I do with a pawn? Pawn. Add controller, yaw. Is this it? Oh. No? Wait, what is the value expected? Is it just a float? Oh, then of course this isn't gonna work. In fact, I don't need this. Or do I? No, I don't. Value. Boom. Boom. Is this connected to anything? No, sir. No, sir. I'm sorry. What's the chance that this is all I have to do? We'll find out. No. But guess what? Maybe I just used the wrong value because I used pitch. And it seems to me, my friends, that what I need is not pitch. Wait, can I just replace this? Seriously, I didn't think it was going to be the yaw. Yes. Yes. Yes, I did it. We have tank controls. We actually have tank controls. Oh my god, man. What are the odds that we actually pulled this off with zero knowledge, with zero understanding of what's going on? Unfortunately, this was just part 1, right? Because now I have to figure out, I'm gonna mark this. So now I have to figure out how to use a camera outside the player and how to trigger different cameras throughout the level. Oh my god. We got this. We don't got this. So as I understand this, I can add a camera. All camera actor. So is this going to be the default camera by default? If I just add a camera and I play, will that work? Of course not, you idiot. Now, I don't know what to do. Set up level blueprint. Open the level blueprint. Does the level have a blueprint? Third person. Okay, level. Third person. This is a level, but it's not a blueprint. How to activate camera Unreal Engine. Set view target with blend. Listen to this. Listen to this. Now, we're going to create a new blueprint. Sorry, I have to create a new folder here, and I'm going to call this camera system blueprint class. I think I want this to be an actor. Camera switcher. Are you following? Okay, here's our camera switcher. Let's just go to the event graph. This node is drag off pins. Okay, variables, right? So maybe I want a new variable here. And this is a camera. Can I do that? Camera actor. Perfect. Instance editable, yes. Category, there's only one. Wait, it's called new var. No, it's gonna be called default camera. So we have to use the player controller and then set view target with blend. Get player controller returns the player controller found while iterating through the local and available remote player controllers. Player index. Oh god, so I know it's going to be player 0, but that probably means I'm not doing it the right way. Anyway, we get the player controller and then we do that thing, set view target with blend. All I need is the view target, which I'm convinced is the default camera actor. So I can drag the default camera and put this here. Does this compile? Yes, it does. Oh, that would have been a headache. Is index 0 correct? I don't know. Let's find out. Haha, baby. Look at that. Can I move? It is working, actually. It's just that the character doesn't rotate when it's standing still, so only when I'm moving. I think the camera affects the way the player works. Wait an entire damn second. I understand what's going on here. We are moving forwards and backwards. What's really confusing is the character model, really. It doesn't really represent where forwards and backwards is, right? Do I need to figure out how to stop the character model from looking where it's going? Stop character model from looking where it's going. Orient rotation to movement. That's a thing in the character's movement component. Orient rotation to movement. No. Question is Is this going to solve all our problems? No, it's actually going to make it worse. What am I rotating if the mesh is not rotating with it? Like I can change the direction I want to move, but the model is just facing the same direction. Use controller desired rotation. Maybe I need to turn this on because this is the other mode people possibly. Yes. Yes. Oh God. Oh my Lord. Lord Jesus Christ. This took so long to figure out, man. It never crossed my mind that I'm using a predefined class of Unreal Engine, or that I'm using something that has a specific use case. Oh man, it's always my fault. Every time. That really solves all the movement situation. Now, I have a pretty good idea of what to do next. With everything I learned, I think I know how to finish the challenge now. So remember I read the terminology. It came across this thing called a volume, and we had trigger volumes that are programmed to cause events when an actor enters or exits them. How do we create a trigger volume? Volumes, maybe. Trigger volume. Right? Or even better, if I could create a blueprint that is already a trigger volume, that would be even better. But first, let's see what a trigger volume looks like. Doesn't look like much, I gotta say. Are you saying that if I put this in here, and the player can just walk in here and this is going to report it to us? Because if that's what you're telling me, I know what to do from here. Do you trust me? Do you trust my newfound knowledge? Do you trust my ability to learn from my mistakes? You better, because I'm going to go into my camera system and I'm going to create a new blueprint class. This is going to be an actor and I'm going to call camera trigger. We're going to have a viewport where we can add actors in here, or components to this actor. Box collision. Box. We have a box. It's not a volume. Trigger. On begin overlap. This is starting to make sense. Wait. Overlapped component. It says component, not actor. So at this point, I got so focused on the code here that I forgot to talk. So if I just show you the footage, you're not going to understand my thought process. Basically, I wanted to filter out other objects because only the player is supposed to trigger a new camera angle. So I tried to filter by type, like I do in Godot, but I couldn't figure out how to do that. And so my next thought was maybe I can separate objects into layers like I do in Godot. And then I Googled and I found out you can. And then I created a camera switcher variable so we can provide the camera switcher and a camera in the editor. Putting everything together, we have a camera trigger that can change the active camera, basically. The camera switcher was kind of an extra step that was totally unnecessary, but okay. In my head, this is supposed to work. So where is this trigger? It's in one of those green pillars that I can't reach. You know what? Let me put the trigger over here, closer to where the player will spawn. And let's add our camera here as well. This one, just so we can differentiate, is going to be looking down like this. Now I click on my trigger, I provide the camera switcher, and I provide a camera to trigger is the actor 2 here. And fingers crossed, I can move here, or maybe it's the other way. Uh-oh, maybe it's this way. Oh my God, it's this way. I was actually nervous. I was actually nervous. Oh my God. Let me just create another one so we can, how do I duplicate? Is it Control D? Yes. So I'm going to put another one back here at the start. And the only thing we have to change is the actor for the camera. And now we can switch back and forth between cameras. Holy shit. Holy shit. We did it. We fucking did it. So what do I rate this experience from 1 to 10? A solid 5. This experience was pretty close to miserable, but you can't deny there's some cool shit in here. Look, being completely honest, this is just a different way of doing things. It's not better. It's probably not worse. It felt a lot worse to me because I'm new to this. So I had to figure out everything on my own. I didn't look at any tutorials, which is kind of the fun of doing this, going completely blind. I felt like it was not intuitive at all, but every engine has random bullshit. I don't know why you would use blueprints instead of a regular programming language. I'm sure there's a good reason for the industry to value blueprints. We didn't get into anything that really sets Unreal apart from other engines. We didn't change anything about the lighting, to see how that compares. And I think that's where Unreal might shine over other game engines, right? It's the graphics, it's the lighting. I don't hate Unreal Engine. Let me know if you want me to explore more of this engine, if there's anything I missed, if you want me to see something. Anyways, thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one.